business owner, have you wondered about the ROI of going live, whether it's on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, or the platform of your choice? Well, today, if this is a question you have asked yourself, you are in luck. We're going to be talking about whether or not live video is an effective marketing strategy for business owners in 2024. So if you like this, do stick around. But if you are new to me, welcome. My name is Janine. I'm a live video strategist, the founder of Video for Bosses, helping business owners create engaging, professional live streams to help build their brand presence and visibility. Can't speak, visibility online. I am really excited for this live today. This is my first live back in a little while, so you're going to have to forgive me if I'm a little bit rusty, friend. You're going to have to forgive me, but I really am excited to bring this topic to you. Now, before I start chomping on, setting myself on a drink, I do this all the time. Let me just check on sound quality, make sure I'm in the right places. As you drop into the live stream, do let me know, say hey, and where you are tuning in from. Is sound okay? I'm checking on the old second device. So am I seeing myself, hear myself okay? Yes, I can see myself and hear myself perfectly. Okay, coming in lots, sonic boom. I always encourage you guys, if you are not sure what your sound and visuals are like and you're getting started on the live and people haven't quite joined or they haven't started speaking, just get yourself an old mobile and then quickly check on the platform to see if you can see yourself clearly and to hear yourself. That is the way you can get around the awkwardness of, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm alive. So I see a lot of creators, content creators and business owners doing that, but it's just great. It's just easy. Have your mobile and then you can actually check. So we have got Hobbyman 1923 tuning in from YouTube. Good to see you. How are you? I know it's been a while. So today's live stream has been brought to you by StreamYard. Now, a lot of you may not know, but I like to toot the horn for StreamYard. I'm a big proponent and advocate for StreamYard, but I'm also tooting the horn for myself today. Some of you may or may not be aware that on the 18th of April last month, I had a really bad accident. I took a bad fall out running and I fully dislocated my knee and have damaged a load of ligaments. I have to have surgery. I'm sitting before you now very tentatively. Very tentatively. It's been a very, very difficult season, but God is good. So as I said, this is my first official live stream. Hello, Amanda Langham joining from Facebook. It's so good to see you. So because it's been a while that I have been live, I'm going to ask those of you that are here, live or even replay, if you could just hit the share button and share this out. If you feel like this is going to be a valuable topic of discussion that could benefit your friends, your business colleagues, your networks, then please do share it along, because I've got a lot to share with you that I think is going to whet your appetite, that's going to really excite you in the realms of going live. So for those of you that aren't used to me, I always like to give you visual. The question is the era of live video over? Let us discuss it. I didn't want to use that word, but yes, is it over? I want to ask those of you that are watching me right now. I've got a lovely number of you here. Do you think in 2024, live streaming, whether it is Facebook, whether it is LinkedIn, YouTube, do you think it's something that is over, that it's finished? Or do you still think it's an effective strategy? Or is it that you're not sure because you may have tried it, you're not sure on the platform that you're on of choice, whether or not you should be using it? Let me know in the comments, because my job is to make sure that I'm removing all of your objections around the topics that I'm sharing. So that's what we're talking about today, if it's an end of an era or if it's still an effective strategy. But how have I come to this reference, this conversation? Why am I bringing it to you? Well, I have been doing a little bit of market research for the past few months, and I've been reaching out to a lot of business owners and creatives, asking them the question on their specific platform. Why do they think, or what do they think are the struggles for business owners when it comes to going live? So for example, on LinkedIn, I've been asking that question, like, what's the problem with going live on LinkedIn? So Hobbyman has said, I don't think it's over. People just have to try to come up with new, fresh content to put on the air so people can enjoy and watch it. Thank you so much for that valuable comment. I really do appreciate it. So I did get some feedback from a business owner that was essentially saying that live video in 2024 is a little bit of a wah, wah, wah. And just to give context, this is a screenshot of the comment that I got in the DMs. Obviously, I'm not going to out this particular business owner because I'm obviously sharing this on a live stream. But when I asked about the struggle and the challenge with going live, their response was that most people, and they said quite a few things, most people are super afraid of judgment. Is this you, my friends? Have you felt this way? Then the person went on to say, the business owner said, that and live video just isn't as effective as it was. Yeah. Well, I happen to not agree with that. I think what has happened is that we've seen an evolution, as we do on social media, with the different content types. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't evolve with the times. But you have to, otherwise you will get left behind. Hello, Jasmine. Thank you very much for joining on Facebook. I hope you are doing well. So this is a big problem. First came out. So live streaming, although it had been around for a while, it really burst onto the social media scene around 2015. I started live streaming in 2015, almost a decade ago. So guys, I'm not new to this. I have got nearly 10 years under my belt of experience. I joined live streaming on Facebook in 2016 when it really started to ramp up in popularity. Let me know in the comments when you first started live streaming. And back then, you could go live, whether it was your business page or your personal page inside your Facebook groups, and whatever the platform was, you could go live and you would get thousands of views. I can remember getting thousands of views every single time I got live. I went live. It was effortless to do it. And that's not the case anymore. It's much like with short form video content. When we saw short form video content explode onto the scenes around 2020, it was very easy to go viral. Now, as business owners, I don't think any of us should want to go viral. That's a conversation for another day. But we've steadily seen that change and evolve as well. That's what happens. So what I'm saying to you is that whatever your medium of choice is, don't think that it is dead and it's not a valuable source or way to market your products and services. And I'm going to give you some proof of that. You have to, I have to, we have to evolve in terms of how we are, evolve our strategy. We cannot do the same things as what we did before. So Amanda said she started going live in 2018. So you've been live streaming for a little while as well. So essentially, you've got to change your mindset. You've got to change your thought processes towards whatever it is that you're doing. So I just want to say this. When it comes to short form video content, which a lot of people are moving towards now because that's the push on a lot of platforms. With short form video content, my friends, there is a clear, distinct difference between long form, that and long form. What am I trying to say to you? When it comes to short form video content, people are scrolling, aren't they? They're scrolling because they are looking for content to give them that dopamine hit. If you think about content that goes viral, it's usually because it's evoked a certain feeling or a response. Now, those who are consuming long form content, especially on the platforms, the likes of YouTube, what is actually happening is that they're intentionally going to source that piece of content. And so it's a different mindset. So you as a content creator creating long form video content, whether it's video on demand or it's live stream, you've got to think about it as a long-term strategy and one that is for nurturing the communities and audiences that you already have. A lot of people are like, I don't want to go live because I'm not getting many views. Well, we're going to talk about why you may not be getting views, why it may appear to you that it's not an effective strategy, but based on the actions or the actions that you are not taking. Is this making sense? Let me know in the comments. Put your hands up if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So I really want you to start thinking about this. And I even want to draw your attention to something. I don't know if you've seen it, but recently, Gary Vee has posted an article on LinkedIn talking about why he did a 24-hour live stream. Well, not 24 hours, what am I talking about? I'm lying. Why he did an 11-hour live stream. And essentially in this article, what Gary Vee is saying right there, the other way around, what he's saying in the article is that he's making it clear, and he's saying, you may or may not know that my focus in 2024 is live streaming. Gary Vee has said it, so you know what happens, right? He's focusing on live streaming, primarily on the likes of YouTube and Twitch. But in this article, he's talking about the ROI as well. So I will link all of that information. If you want me to link the information to the article, put it into the comments. But the point that I'm making is that when the big guns like Gary Vee are starting to say to you and to me that his focus is live stream, then sit up and pay attention to that. It's time to get out of your own way thinking it doesn't work. You have to shift your strategy. Now, let me know, guys, as we go through this session, if you have any questions, please drop them into the comments. No question is silly, and I want to make sure that I'm covering all of your questions. Again, I want to say hello to Aaron Short Music on YouTube. Good to see you. And thank you very much, Amanda, for confirming it makes sense. And it's good to see you, Karita Robert Green, over on LinkedIn. So I'm glad to see that I've got a number of you that are hitting up the live streets. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. It's a great topic. Evolve or become extinct. Absolutely. Do you see what Karita is saying? You have to 1000%. And again, like I said, reminding you that Gary Vee is saying that he himself is evolving. He himself is focusing on live stream. So if that's the case, what is stopping you right now from leaning into something that is going to be an effective strategy for you to build your brand presence? Because that's what it's all about. So before we get into some of the things that I want to try, you may not be seeing the ROI for your live video content. I just want to share some statistics with you. So you can go and look up this information yourself. And if you haven't yet shared this live stream, please do share this out, because I do think this is something that is going to be very beneficial for a number of people. And what I want to say to you is that, especially on LinkedIn, I definitely think that live streaming, those of you that are not live streaming on LinkedIn, irrespective of it being glitchy, it might be hard to get your content seen or whatever, it's an underutilized tool on the platform. There is a big gap for you to step right into. And there's so many business owners are still not due to get into this. So here is a few statistics. Go and look up live stream statistics 2024. Have a look at what is being said. But essentially, live streaming, the industry is set to surpass $184 billion by 2027. That is around the corner, my friends. That means there is a piece of the pie for you right now if you lean into this with a strategy. 87% of online marketers use video content. So whether it's live stream, short form video, long form video content, it is being used consistently, but you will know that right now. 82% would rather watch live video content than read social media posts. And I know there are some of you out there saying, Janine, I don't know if I believe that statistic, but let's not limit our minds and close ourselves into a box for one specific platform. What I want to say to you is that you have to think about it across the board. And I also want to say to you, if you're thinking, let's just say, for example, on LinkedIn, well, this is a platform which is long form posts, blog posts, articles, people read a lot more here. I'm not negating any of that. In any of the platforms, I'm not negating culturally how they may be. But I want to encourage you, business owners and friends, just because something has been what it has been doesn't mean that it will forever be that. Thing is continuously evolving. And the final thing that I want to say to you is 84% of marketers say video has helped them to generate leads. So again, I'm not saying that you're going to go live and immediately you're going to make money. You have to have a strategy for it. It's the same for any form of video marketing or social media marketing, whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're doing email marketing, you're doing content marketing, video, whether you're doing blogs, whatever it is, you will know that you have to have a strategy. Am I right or am I right? So with that being in mind, I want to just share a few things with you. So get your notepads and your pens, and we're going to drop some gems. Again, a reminder, if you have any questions about anything I am sharing on today's live stream, please, please, please do drop it into the chat, because no question is silly. And of course, if you're enjoying this live stream, please do share it with others. Do pay it forward, because that is how we are helping. If it's reciprocity and we would like to see ourselves grow, let's share the fire with other people. All right. So if you're ready for this topic now, I'm going to give you a few things to think about in terms of live video, whether it's still an effective marketing strategy in 2024. I am here to tell you 1000% it is an effective strategy, but you have to have the operative word, a strategy. So the first thing that I want you to think about is this. Is the value proposition clear to your audience when you are going live? So it's going to be a little bit of tough love now. I know some of you are probably going to be like, oh, Janine, you're being a bit mean here. Little bit of tough love. But I have, and I do, a lot of research around live videos. I watch a lot of live video content. And I don't necessarily comment. In fact, I don't comment on a lot of content. And that's another reminder for you that you have to remember that people are always watching, but they're not necessarily commenting. All right. Right now on my LinkedIn Live, I can see there are 14 people on LinkedIn. Are 14 people commenting? No. We can see Karita, we can see Manda, we can see Aaron, we can see Jasmine, we can see Hobbyman 192023, and Carla Jenkins. Thank you very much for being here as well. And Carla has said, I don't think live video is over with. More people tune into live video than pre-recorded content. And let me tell you, we'll get into this another time because I'm streaming across 3 platforms. But let me just speak to YouTube for a moment because Carla is watching from YouTube. Good to see you, Carla. When it comes to getting into the YouTube Partner Program, if you aren't aware, there is a criteria. You need to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers and you need to have 4,000 hours watch time. When you're live streaming on YouTube, that's watch time. And people who tune into your lives, like Carla has just said, will watch those lives. And if you're live, they're going to be with you the entire live stream, or for the majority of it. You're going to get a lot of watch time. So you're going to be able to accelerate that a lot quicker. For example, my mentor, Nick Nimin, goes live every single Saturday for 3 hours. Not that he needs the watch time now. But the point is that it is absolutely 1000% an effective strategy if you know what to do. But getting back to my point about the brand, the value proposition, is that a lot of business owners go live with their idea, their message, the thing that they want to speak about. And I get that. But I say this to my clients. There's a difference between good content versus right content. I've just seen the eyeballs, Karita. Bless you. There is a difference between good content and right content. And as I said, I look at a lot of content. I do audit a lot of content as well across the platforms. And one of the things that I see happen quite often is that business owners will go live and immediately, after they've left the long countdown, which we shan't talk about today, but they will go live and immediately it's the I am, I do, I help, I have experience, and there's nothing wrong with you introducing yourself. That is part of my live video framework, which I teach my clients. You absolutely 100% have to have your introduction as part of your live video framework, but you never lead with the what's in it for me and who all about me, because your audience do not care about that, especially when they're just getting to know you. They want to know why they're there. Get to the point. Tell me why I should continue watching. It's a pitfall that so many business owners fall into. And then they think, oh, no one's watching me. No one's caring. No one's commenting. Why is that? Get to the point, especially as right now we know that with short form video content that there are depleting attention spans. So it's imperative that you are taking that time, my friends, to be really intentional with hooking your audience in and telling them the value proposition from the get-go. The value proposition must be all the way through, underpinning your entire live video framework. Is that making sense to you? Carla's saying, oh yes, you cannot ramble on the live. I hate ramblers. Write your talking points down for coherence. So listen, YouTubers are speaking it up, but I want to know what your thoughts are about it. I get it. When it comes to live streaming, there's that whole awkwardness, as I mentioned at the beginning, and you feel like you need to fill up the space. You, as the authority within your niche, need to hold that room, knowing that what you have to say is of value, that you have to demonstrate that initially. And I hope that that is making sense. So the next point is this. ask yourself, how are you presenting the live? So when I'm saying how are you presenting live, let me just tell you this. Let me burst your bubble. Gone are the days, my friend, when you could go live just like this and talk for eons and eons and eons and eons, and people were like gushing and would sit there and watch your live stream. So yes, people's attention spans are a lot shorter, but also it's because the majority, and I will say this with all of my chest, the majority of content creators, the majority of business owners that are going live, especially on LinkedIn, I'm going to say it, are like watching paint dry because they have not established how to fully go live and make their live streams really from the viewpoint of the viewing audience. You have got to put yourself on the other side of the screen and think, if I want my audience to watch me for longer, how can I make this more visually appealing, more dynamic? What am I going to do? What am I going to say? What am I going to add? What layers am I going to add? And I'm not saying that you must be a performing monkey. I'm not saying that at all. But if we're thinking about creating the experience, which I'm very big on with my clients, you 1000%, my friends, have to really start thinking about how you are presenting your live streams. You have to think about what it is that is going to make them stick around for longer, essentially. I hope that this is making sense. Thank you so much, Amanda. I have seen your comment. So again, just a quick reminder, my friends, if you are enjoying today's live stream, please do share this. Please do pay it forward. This is my first live stream back since my accident. So I'm a little bit rusty, but I'm so happy to be here with you. And I really hope that you're getting value from this. So please, please, please be kind enough to share this with others. So the next thing is, are you creating community-focused live streams? Oh, yes. Are you doing that? It goes back to what I said about good content versus right content, my friends. And we all think that our content is great, but who asked us to talk on that specific point? And yes, you do want to be speaking around your area of expertise, of course. Well, what's the point of not doing that? You absolutely need to, but you also need to create content that is responding to the needs, the desires of your community. We hear it all the time about, oh yes, we've got to create content around pain points and so forth. But a lot of the time when it comes to going live, what steps have you taken? Ask yourself this. Have you taken to find out if what you're talking about is a specific need? How are you doing that? So I mentioned at the beginning of the live stream, this live today, this topic is based on feedback I got from a business owner on LinkedIn around when I was asking, I've been asking the question around what do you think the challenge or the struggles are with going live on LinkedIn? I asked the same question on Instagram. I've asked this on different platforms where I'm focusing. So LinkedIn is where I'm focusing. So I'm asking that question. So today's live stream is based upon that. And it's the fact of the matter is that I've gotten so much feedback around people's own personal struggles, their opinions around struggles, or what they have heard from their own clients. So that's what you need to be focusing on, because you're always going to attract people, whether it's live or replay, and hold them there, because no, there is nothing new under the sun. If one person has said something, 100 or 1,000 people have thought the same thing. Is this making sense to you? Do let me know. Thank you so much for saying you're picking up what I've put it down, Karita. Please do share and pay it forward. So before I go on to the next point, I'm going to get you to think about the question of the day. So what is your biggest challenge with going live? Please do share it in the comments, whether it is a case of it's platform specific, i.e. you don't know how to go live on the specific platform, or it could be tech specific. You don't know how to use StreamYard or whatever the other approved partners are. For example, again, on LinkedIn, you don't know how to use the tools. So it might be that. Or it might be that it's confidence, or you're debating on today's topic, the ROI. Please have a think about it and do let me know in the comments. And if you're someone who says, well, actually, Janine, I don't have a challenge with going live, that is great. Then I want to know from you, what is your live video strategy? Where is your focus? How are you showing up? Are you being consistent? Because that's what I want for you. The next point is this. Are you focused on both the live and the replay viewers? Oh, yes, I've said it. Friends, again, this is something that goes amiss. Most business owners and content creators, and you might be saying, Janine, you're generalizing. As I've said, my friends, I've got nearly a decade's experience. And I don't just come on and say, I am a live video strategist. Like I said, the research, the viewing, the watching, the auditing, the teaching, the clients that I've worked with, the clients that I do work with. This is why I'm talking to you about these things. And it's not about you having all the fancy tech and tools and all that stuff. That comes as you go along. My whole thing is teaching. I can teach you the technical side. I do teach you that. But I want you to understand the core fundamentals that is going to help you do what I teach you, which is create engaging professional live streams that helps you build your brand, build your brand presence and visibility online. You have to forgive me. It's first live back. But the reason I'm saying that to you is because, like I said, there is a window of opportunity. Don't miss it. And also the opportunity to stand out, because most people who go live, the ones that are going live, which is, there are, as I said, LinkedIn, we need to see more people doing it. But those that are going live have not found yet their own unique ninja sauce. And people are pretty much doing everything the same way, whether it's collaborative lives. And I'm not saying that you don't do those, because they have their place as well. When you're thinking about building your brand and your authority, being seen as the thought leader, don't dilute your message by just doing collaborative lives. I get the whole confidence side of things, but it can be shooting yourself in the foot. And I did an article about that on LinkedIn. I don't think it was, it didn't do very well, because I think people were like, you're telling me I mustn't do collaborations, when most people do. But those who aren't doing collaboratives and are doing their own lives still are struggling to find their unique way of presenting their content. And that's what I'm here for. And that's what I want to help you to accomplish. The next point is this. Are you creating a way? Oh, hold on. Girl. She jumped ahead of herself. I was talking so much, I forgot I didn't get into the point. The last point we were talking about is focus on both live and replay viewers. So I'm going to throw this out to you, because I am talking quite a bit. What do you think I might mean when I'm saying that? Are you focused too much on live and replay viewers, not packaging the live to effectively manage both? Most people are. So what do I mean by this? The truth of the matter is that the majority, until you've built a culture around your live streams, right, which is consistently, and you're promoting, you're doing all the things, and you're showing up, and you're adding value, you're creating all the different moving parts, until you get to that point, all right, there are things that you need to be really, really aware of in terms of your live video packaging for engaging live and replay viewers. Most people, that's what I was going to say, my skeever's caught up. Most people will watch via the replay. Most will, all right? Until you've built it, most will catch you via the replay. But what will happen is, if you are not strategic and intentional, you will lose most of your views, because replay viewers are not going to stick around while you're saying, hello, can you hear me? And can you see me going live? They're not going to stick around if you're taking a very long time to get to the point. They're not going to stick around if you're like watching paint dry. If you're doing a really long monologue and there's no real interaction, they're not going to do that. And then what happens is that you do lose most people, which then you look at your watch time, you're like, oh, no one's coming to my lives, it's not working, this doesn't work. It 1000% does work. But you've got to think about managing both. So of course, when you're live, you need to interact with the people that are live. So for example, there's, I believe, 18 people on LinkedIn. I've got a number of you also across YouTube, I think 6 across YouTube and Facebook collectively, that are actually watching. So of course, those of you that are commenting, I do have to bring you into the conversation, especially as you're responding to it, but you have to manage that well. You can't spend lots of time talking to everybody that's live. You make sure that you reference the person that is speaking in the live stream to the point that you're making, and you bring it back to the point, all right? And you don't ignore people either. You don't ignore people, because then your live viewers will leave. They're like, oh, I didn't know, she's not paying attention to me. So they'll leave. So thinking about your live viewers, how can you attract them and keep them watching for longer? It's going to be building a relationship rapport with them. And your replay viewers, how can you get them to watch for longer? It's making sure that you're short, sharp, and to the point, that you're packaging your live stream for the replay. Most people don't. You've got to package it for the replay, in the copy, in what it is that you're saying, so that you get the best results. Carita, I've seen your comment. I'm going to get to you in a moment. So I hope that's making sense. Don't forget, any questions that you have, do ask. And so the final point that I want to make is this: are you creating awareness both pre and post live stream? A lot of people are complaining, no one's coming to my lives. But I want to challenge you, my friends. What are you doing on a consistent basis to bring awareness to that live stream that is happening and has happened? What are you doing? You have to be a hunter gatherer. You cannot assume that people will just show up just because you've put the content out there with the best will and intentions. It doesn't work that way anymore. You have to be intentional. If you want this to work, which it will, which it can, you 1000% have to think about that. So I want to encourage you and I want to challenge you to start thinking about how you're going to do that. Karita has said, I find most people watch the replay. If people are at work, they may not want to engage. They may watch it when they are finished work. Absolutely. And it may be as well that when people are getting to know you, know, like, and trust, where they're deciding whether they know, love, and trust you, they're going to take some time. They'll hang back a little bit, which is why, again, with live streaming, and I haven't spoken about it on this particular live, is that it's really important that you are bringing in some storytelling to give some context. We hear about storytelling, give some context. And a good example is Dillis. Hello, Dillis. Good to see you. Dillis has said, yes, been doing that for a while. Learned that doing my show, Speak with Dillis. And Dillis has a very good to see you, Dillis. Thank you for joining. Dillis has a very, very powerful story. And based on her story, she's an author and has had, you know, Dillis, I don't want to say too much, but Dillis has a really, really powerful story that she shared along her journey going through grief. And she has written a book about it, but throughout it, Dillis has taken us on a journey. Now, I know a lot of what's gone on with Dillis, but I haven't always been on her lives or always been active or speaking on her lives. But this is the power of live video. So I want to encourage you that you can build such a powerful community. You are very welcome. Thank you very much for being here. You can build a powerful community around your narrative, but you have to make sure that the people that you want to connect with you and buy into you, that you're returning the value, you're demonstrating that for them. Is that making sense, my friends? Please do let me know if it's making sense. So what I want to do is I want to remind you again of the question of the day. What is your biggest challenge with going live? Please do share in the comments. And again, if you joined halfway through, I want to remind you that you're seeing the likes of the bigwigs like Gary Vee, who's done an article on LinkedIn, why I did an 11-hour live stream. And he's speaking very clearly about live stream being his focus in 2024. And so I want to ask you, why is the focus live stream not the focus for you? So I want to say to you, if you have enjoyed this, you still have time to share this so that people can watch this via the replay. But what has been your biggest takeaway so far from today's live stream? Do put it into the chat. And I know there are a number of you that are saying, you know, Janine, this is great. I'm still not clear about what I need to do, how I need to do it. Well, I want to invite you, my friends, to book a call with me. If you would like to build your online visibility and brand presence with a strategy that's going to get you results, leads and sales for your business, build that epic community, then please do take the time to book a call. The link is in the comments. I will make sure that I also send this to you if you're interested. Just drop the word live in the comments. You can see the information is there. You can book a call with me. This is a complimentary 20 to 30 minute call. If you go to bit.ly/book VFB, exactly as you see it there, we can have a conversation about some of your challenges and how I am able to help you so that you are getting the best results going forward, because that's what I want. Because I get so like, oh, you're missing out on the opportunities. Don't miss out on the opportunities in 2024, because it's going to continue to go up and up and up. If you're hiding from video, if you're frightened of going on the camera, you real-time experience all these things, you're going to get left behind, my friends. You have to make some serious changes. Dillis has said, it takes commitment and consistency, absolutely. As I said, I've been doing this for 10 years. Dillis says, I am now bringing back my show this month after a year's break. Well, I look forward to seeing you doing that, and I'm assuming you're going to be doing that on Facebook. So what have we been talking about today, friends? Is the era of live video over? Is it an effective marketing strategy in 2024? I hope this has given you some great food for thought and some context. Please make sure that you are dropping all of your thoughts, all of your comments in the comments section, your questions, your thoughts. If you have questions for me, please do so. I will be back on Thursday. As I said, this is my first live back since my accident. So thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you for all of the messages. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for dropping the valuable comments. Thank you to those of you that are sharing and paying this forward. We cannot go through this journey alone. And if you know anything about me, I am a community builder. From the day I started live streaming, I've been focused on helping content creators and business owners build their brand presence, their confidence with live streaming. I built a whole community around that. And I want to build you up in 2024. This is not the time to be silent, to be shy, to sleep on the app's opportunities. So please go forward. Thank you so much for saying that I've given great advice. Yes, Dillis, on the 18th of April, I said this at the beginning of the live. For those of you that are joined, thank you so much. I won't go into this too much, but I had an accident out running on the 18th and I ended up fully dislocating my knee and damaging ligaments. So I have to have some surgery. It was a really bad dislocation. People often think when you dislocate your knee, they think it's the kneecap, but my actual dislocation was that my whole knee corkscrewed and my patella ended up at the back of my knee, trapped under my femur and my tibia. So by the grace of God, that's the only reason why I'm actually here and doing this live. But as you see my hand, I've been switching my hands going down. That's been me just holding and stabilizing my knee. But God is good. So I'm just grateful for all of you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that the live was insightful for you. Thank you, Hobby Man at 1923. It was good to see you as well. And I will be back consistently now. I have taken a bit of a break. Thank you so much for the prayers. Really do appreciate it. I've taken a bit of a break, but I am back. And let me know in the comments what you would like to see me go live, what topics you'd like to see me talk about. I've got lots of great things coming up. We're opening a LinkedIn community space as well. So I'm really excited about that. I've got my first few members in there. We're doing a little bit of testing in that group. So I'm really excited about that. And I have an upcoming 5-day live video boot camp as well. So I will give you all of the information. Until Thursday, my friends, I'll be back Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. UK time. Please make a note. If you see the event or you see it scheduled, do turn on your notifications, come back, and we'll be talking on another topic very, very soon. Thank you so much. Well, how you add the little adverts on your live. Okay, cool. That's through StreamYard. So that's the software that I'm actually using. I've actually done a session on that, Dillis. It's actually on, I know you're on Facebook, it's actually on LinkedIn. Dillis, if you're on LinkedIn, do send me a connection request or DM me. And then if we aren't connected, guys, if any of us aren't connected, let's get connected on LinkedIn. If you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, or on Facebook, feel free to drop me a message. Until the next time, my friends, you take care. Have a great evening. Bye.